My name is Mark WABWIRE. I'm a script writer, tuseme performing artist.
We had produced an academic giant, a legend, and everything that comes with it. Oh, I'm ready, you know.
And a director of sorts. For Something Must Kill a Man, and kwa performer and script writer. And we staged it in two parts. Something Must Kill a Man 1 in the ukumbi mdogo of the Kenya National Theatre, then Something Must Kill a Man 2 in the main auditorium. So I have narrated kuanzia kitambo. Mostly I started from high school way back. Then I continued with the art after high school, mostly KU. Let's say, unlike many other narrators, Mimi, I've never narrated for a competition. The only time I narrated for competition was in high school, inter-house, but I did not even represent the school. They were pedigree narrators kwa hiyo shule, watu wenye walizaliwa kunarrate. My style was not fit for competition because me upiga tu story. So after that we came out here and decided to commercialize the art because huwezi kula passion, lazima upate pesa kwa hiyo art ndo ikule. We started narrating with Talent House Production, Kina Sheka, Advice, Klaus, and many other people. So we had to adjust to commercial standards. Fewer rules, but more content. So with that, ilifika mahali after COVID, we thought it wise to wake a show hapo Kenya National Theatre or any other space available. The first, we had space at Nairobi Cinema. Then SROM came in and got space at the Kenya National Theatre. So we took on a space, took on a performance. Job Masika is there ready to direct. Producer ako ready to pump the funds. So it came to the script. Research ikapigwa very fast. We wanted a concept that is relatable to people. Story yenye ukipigia mtu inamkumbusha vitu zake fulani zenye amepitia kwa maisha, ama vitu zenye beshte yake amepitia kwa maisha. That's the whole concept of a narrative. It's dramatized storytelling, but it must relate to someone for them to follow it. So we came up with the concept of Masinde, the story behind that story. So we wanted to just explore the trauma that men get, especially in the hands of the daughters of Eve. So it was about a man who came to town, got a little monies, then money attracts honeys, akaanza kuroll na wasichana, then wasichana wakampatia character development. That was the whole story. Like that's why its tagline was the story behind that story. When you see a man acting hivi ama vile, so the man was supposed to akishapigwa character development, yeye pia amue ku revenge. It was a kind of revenge story inspired by true events, especially kwa mitandao, on Twitter. Very many artists have sung about it, they have written poetry about it, there have been plays about it. So we thought that is the concept yenye tunataka sasa kuattack nayo. Sasa sisi ndio hao tumefanya rehearsal, tumetoa poster, tickets zimeanza kuuzwa pale Tico Hub, sales are peaking, people are realizing tumeshoot promo, watu wameanza kujua show iko. We wake up one morning, we receive a text from the judiciary, bana lawyer anatupigia anambia, ndugu yangu uko na kesi gani tena? So apparently a friend of mine called Masinde had allegedly swindled people. The story was on Twitter. It was on I think Daily Nation. It was Twitter swindler, anaitwa Masinde. So there are some of the supposed victims or people who came out as victims of the swindling thought that tulikuwa tumeungana na Masinde to write a story to make mockery out of their misery and make money while at it, or as they termed it in the court papers, to make commercial gains. So hiyo ikashukisha sana. Our lawyers filed a response. They were seeking to stop the show entirely, but it's a commercial matter. It is just I don't know what inspired them to take us to court, but from the observation, from their names, from the research, they are just what we call shories for the law. These people who are just unnecessarily litigious. They just want to take you to court so that they feel good about themselves. Anyway, we resolved the matter, and now we had a new challenge on the table. 7 days to the show, we were to come up with a new script, omit things that might annoy them, the owners of this country who wanted to use the court to intimidate us. But sasa we had to go back to the creative, to our creative selves. We sat down, and within a day we had changed everything. Technically, the story remained the same. It's just that because people are going to court, they have not read the script, they don't know. We sent them inaitwaga synopsis ya script with a statement of explanation, but they just wanted to go to court so that they feel good. So I was wondering if they are bright enough to realize that this story was talking about them. Why were they not bright enough to avoid being taught how to live in this Nairobi? So that is when we came up with the concept of something must kill a man. If we die, we die. Sasa pressure ndo hiyo. We are supposed to rehearse. We are supposed to infuse some other aspects of the performance, including set, including music, moves, nini. But there was no time. So we even had a challenge with the infusion of music, because after the case, some people I will not say chickened out, but for their own purposes, wakaamua kuachana na show, because not everyone is brave enough to go through a court case and come out and perform again. So one of our instrumentalists, who was the main instrumentalist, disappeared. So we had to go to Western Kenya and look for a guy called Shmaka, very talented keyboardist, to come and join us. We went to NYS, poached another one, then we assembled a music team 1 day to the show. So we had to rehearse the whole day, just trying to infuse music. The case ilienda, it went well. We filed a consent. The magistrate allowed us to do our thing. So I was told later that even those ones who took us to court walikuwa kwa audience kuja kutuchunguza kama tunaongelea wapeleke kesi ingine. Sijawahi pata notification ya judiciary, so I think they laughed so good they forgot that they had come for investigations. So Square Show, I was not expecting much, because we only had 7 days to do marketing for 4 shows, because show ilikuwa siku mbili, Saturday na Sunday, 2 shows each day. So those are 4 shows. But people came through. Kuna viongozi pia walikuja hapo hivyo. They came with the people, and the hall was full. We performed a good one. People had a good laugh. People were entertained. And that was something must kill a man one. Very good show. As a script writer, I felt the reception the piece of art was good. Ilikuwa fantastic. People were happy. I personally felt like I had pushed the show, especially the first show and the last one. The first one on Sunday and the first one on Saturday and the last one on Sunday. Those were fantastic shows. The audience was good and it was interactive, especially the last show. Though some of them were overwhelmed by the performance, so they wanted to be part of the performance. So boundaries had to be defined, because it's part of performance. It's performance technique. So we got very good feedback, some detailed feedback. Na kuna wale wa show ilikuwa tu poa, na wale wenye wanakuandikia mail, good feedback, and it was a good thing. So with that, we got space for 24th of July. Because the way that script was, ilikuwa imeandikwa, ilikuwa inaacha wase hanging. The script initially was around 35 pages. We had to cut it to 20, again to cut it to 16. The show ilikuwa inaenda 2 hours. And no, ukipatia narrator airtime anaweza kupigia story siku yote. But hakuna sasa mtu atakaa hapo asikize story siku yote. It's supposed to be short and sweet. So it was short, 2 hours peke yake.